Thank you, my friends, for watching another episode of Gourmet Food Made Homestyle, hosted by your accredited host, Chef Cutting. Today's episodes, I am going to make your mouth salivate over this awesome garlic bread recipe. And you're going to be taking some French loaves and putting some of our awesome go-go garlic on this loaf and coming up with the most authentic garlic bread you've ever had. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're going to start off by making my first recipe, which is the garlic bread. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead, we're going to use our go-go garlic. Use a 1/4 cup measuring cup, small ramekin, a large ramekin with room temperature margarine. There's 3 tablespoons there. And this can either be considered a half a French loaf or an artesian loaf. I am going to cut this in half, but you're welcome to cut it into quarters, into slices, whichever way you see fit. But this is what we're going to start with. I also use a fork with long tines so I can mix the garlic in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to rehydrate the garlic. And we're going to use a 1/4 cup of that and a 1/4 cup of water into that ramekin. So let's get started. Okay, I got the 1/4 cup of go-go garlic, and wow, it smells like garlic just as soon as I open that bottle. Okay, and now I've got the 1/4 cup of water, so I'm just going to put that in there, and we're just going to let that sit for about 5 minutes. We'll come back to it in just a second. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something, folks. I want to just show you this with the fork. You see how that's packed? It won't go down. It won't sink. You don't see any liquid there either. Can you get that? Yeah, so you won't see any liquid there either. That is fully constituted. You are now looking at rehydrated garlic. Now, don't touch it, ladies, because you don't want that on your fingers. But the idea of this is that you're able to do this with all the herbs and all the ingredients with the go-go garlic and just simply add water and get that perfect garlic texture, the flavor, and also the wonderful ingredients that go into great garlic bread. So I'm going to now put this into the butter, and then we're going to mix it. Okay, so now I've got the ingredients in there. I'm simply going to take my fork now, and I'm going to start mashing it up into the butter, and we're going to mix it so it's nice and evenly mixed. Alright, so the consistency of this should look like that. Look at that, folks. See that? Now you can use butter too if you want. I use margarine because it has a higher burning temperature. So when you put it in the oven with the bread, especially open faced the way I'm going to do this, you really want to get those toast points on there. So the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and cut the bread. Okay, I use a serrated knife and I just simply cut the bread in half. You can also cut it in lengthwise too, like this. You can just go ahead and cut small slices all the way through. But for me, I like to do this because first of all, it's a larger serving, and I like serving things family style. So I can put these both on a big plate, put them in the middle of the table, and people can just tear away at them. If you really want to put in portions, you can certainly put little niches on the ends of the bread so that people can just tear off at where the niche is. But for me, this is the way I'm going to do it. So now we're going to just go ahead and put the spread on there. So as you can see here, I've gone ahead and I've spread this evenly down the bread. Now I've shown you what the butter looks like when you put it on the bread, and that is what it should look like when you're finished. You want a very even coat of this spread on there because you don't want parts lumped up that are going to soak up and make the bread soggy. So this is the proper way to do it. Do not leave clumps like that. Make it nice and smooth like that. Now that we've finished spreading the bread, what I want to tell you is this. This bread is as good to go and can go in the oven au naturel, and it's going to taste wonderful. You have some options here. You can put some Parmesan cheese on there. You can put some salt and pepper on there. Me being a chef, I always like salt and pepper. So I'm going to put some cracked pepper on there, and then I'm going to put just a little pinch of kosher salt, not too much salt, and then we're going to top it off with some Parmesan cheese. So let's get started. Okay, so I've just gotten that done with the pepper. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start putting some kosher salt on there. Just a little sprinkle. Just a little sprinkle. Not too much. There you go, perfect. And the reason why I say not too much salt is you really want the natural flavor of that garlic to come in. And if you put too much salt on, salt actually nullifies the really tanginess and savoriness of garlic. So be very liberal with the garlic and very, very, scarce with the salt. Pepper, put as much as you want on it. All right, next step, Parmesan cheese, and we're ready to go in the oven. Okay, so I've put my pepper on there, my salt, and now I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of my Parmesan cheese on there. Oh, whoever said garlic bread wasn't fun to make. And if you want to do something extra culinary, go ahead and place the bread in as is without the Parmesan cheese, and then 2 or 3 minutes before you put it in, take it out of the oven, grate some fresh Parmesan cheese on there because we're using powdered Parmesan cheese, and then you've got a really good cheesy garlic bread. All right, so let's get this in the oven. The oven's preheated at 375. We're ready to cook this puppy. All right, so I'm good to go. I've got my garlic bread. I'm going to go ahead and get this in the oven. The oven's been preheated to 375, so we're going to go ahead and put that right in there, and we'll see that in about 5 or 6 minutes. And here we go. We're going to pull that, and you can see the nice brown toast points there. Awesome, awesome looking garlic bread. Get ready to serve this puppy up. And so, ladies and gentlemen, there you are, the awesome garlic bread with go-go garlic. I put a couple garlic cloves, a nice serving tray there, put it in the middle of the plate. Look at that bread, huh? Now, just as an extra touch, I chopped up some fresh basil. I'm going to put that on there, add a little color to it. And there you go, my friends. Put that on the table. And don't forget, garlic. Wow. Awesome, awesome bulb that just gives nothing but great flavor and a savory taste to everything. Bon appetit.
Thank you so much for watching. Please browse or watch our other great recipe videos from Strawberry Tree Farms and prepared by yours truly, Chef Cutting.